Yo, 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 yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 happy hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is a Friday, and we are locked and loaded. You know we're going to start off with a little high school football, baby. Playoffs. Houston still balling. So we're going to wrap with Selly, Marvis, both the Davises, and, of course, Coach Bennett. Today we're also going to talk a lot about them Tigers. My goodness.
What a win, John.
That was huge last night. Down 9 at half. Came out there and just punched the Dons in the face. Took over, and I ain't going to lie to you. I'm starting to drink the Kool-Aid. I'm drinking it. I like this team. I like Dane Danger. I like PJ. I like the way they get after it on defense. They don't look selfish. Not a lot of dudes out there. I like it. I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Tigers. You know, we'll talk Grizzlies in the NBA at 11:30. Again, the historian will be in here. 12 o'clock, we going to rock and fire. It's time to gamble with Lee Sterling from ParamountSports.com. He's the best in the business. And I'll tell you right now, big slate of college football, big slate of NFL. We're going to rock and fire at noon. And last night, we'll also talk about, man, that game last night. That's some football weather. AFC North business. And Jameis Winston, if you don't love this dude, that's a you problem. That dude just wears everything on the sleeve.
He's the gift that keeps on giving.
He's the funniest dude in the whole wide world. He goes out there, Thursday night football. It makes no sense, but it makes sense. He wears the Lord on his sleeve. I love that. Says he's going to go out there and he's blessed to play in this weather, and he ain't a true Brown until he beats the Steelers, and then goes out there and makes some crazy throws. And it was just beautiful, man. Just like watching that game makes me think of Thanksgiving and Christmas and college football playoffs and NFL playoffs. And dadgummit, man, it's still going. It's a great time to be alive. The months starts in September, runs all the way through December, the best 4 months of the year. 12:30, we got two, I would say, high school dropouts. Marvis, they didn't have athletic directors like you. Selly, they didn't have coaches like they have over in Memphis like you got over there. But I will tell you, they are going to join us. They're a lot of fun. They're going to rock and fire at 12:30. My boy Brasky's been on a heater. That means he's probably been down at the square more than you can imagine. Just like disturbing the peace, annoying the police, probably hassling sweet young ladies like my daughter, by the way, who's going to be down in Gainesville tomorrow as Ole Miss plays Florida. Don't forget, we are the home of the Ole Miss Network. That broadcast begins at 9 a.m., kick at 11 o'clock. You can catch all the action right here on Sports 56, 98.5 FM. And happy birthday to Savannah, who will be 21 tomorrow. Yeah. Now, we're about to get into it, baby. We got to talk a little high school football, but before we get into what's going down tonight, I need an update on my boy Gates.
Well, John, I talked to Gates this morning and his dad, Brett, and he is doing really well, doing better, I guess you kind of say, than expected. He's up and walking. His food intake, protein intake is good. So a lot of positive news right there.
So my man's just, he's doing exactly what we've been saying here to end the show every day since y'all brought him in here. He's kicking cancer's ass.
That is 100% correct. He's doing really well right now. So
love that, man. Gates
positive.
Mims, we love you. We're praying for you. And you're an inspiration to everybody out there. So everybody keep fighting. Now, y'all are still alive to fight. Before we jump into anything, I need to introduce my man, Selly Davis. Say, what up, Selly?
What's up? What's going on?
Man, what you missing today? You missing lunch or anything good?
I'm missing lunch and chemistry. But
you get out of chemistry?
Glad to be here.
Man, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Selly does everything over at Houston, runs the ball like a madman.
Yes, sir.
And his father is probably always on the sideline watching very intently because he's the best athletic director in the city, Marvis Davis. How you doing, my friend?
Man, I'm doing great. Appreciate you having me again, man. Excited to be here. You know, it's always a fun time, and definitely appreciate all you do for us.
Wait, man, all y'all do for me, please. I'm like living vicariously for you, like going back to my glory days, man, when I could run and walk. Things didn't hurt just because it got cold outside. You get a twitch in your knee. But, man, I'm really excited. First, I got to find out, how in the heck did y'all do it last week? I know the week before you did it with your freshman quarterback. What was the surprise you had last week?
Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag, if you will. There is no surprise. We came in with a three-headed monster in the backfield. Thunder, Lightning, and Little Lightning, I guess you could call it. You got Thunder sitting right here with you. And then you had our two little fast running backs that have kind of shown up here in the past couple of weeks. Because, you know, at playoff time, man, you got to mix it up. And we came in with a strong running game and hit a couple passes here and there, and it was a hard-hitting game like I said it was going to be, and we came out on top.
Thunder, Lightning, and Little Lightning. So you're Thunder. Sally, tell me, man, what'd you think about the new package?
I would say that it was pretty good. We came into the game, we were ready to compete. We started off a little flat, but we came out in the second half, dominated the game. Came out ready for this week.
So what was last week, you think, one of the key factors in winning that football game?
We just had to be the most physical team. We knew that we had to be the most physical team from the start, but we came out. That's what we did.
What was the turning point, you think? Like, if you could look back to one, like, specific series, a play, big stop, touchdown, what do you think was right there, like, kind of turned the momentum where you knew you were going to get out of here with a dub? Or was it tooth and nail all the way to the last play?
It was tooth and nail for quite a while, but I would have to say we came down, I think, in the fourth quarter. We came down. We started off at the 20, I think, and as Coach said, the Thunder, the Lightning, the Little Lightning, all three of us came down. We marched down the field and
Chewed up the clock.
Yes, sir. And Soup came in and scored it at the last second.
Put the cherry on top.
Yes, sir.
I love it, man.
Yeah, Little Lightning, Brendan's one of our sophomores and going to be an impact player here in the next couple.
So, when in the beginning of the year, how much impact did he have? How much playing time was he getting, say, like week 1 through 3?
Just basically some special teams, some rotating in the defensive backfield. Nothing major until, the end of the year. We start kind of, like I said, at that playoff run. You got to mix it up a little bit in the playoffs because everybody's got 10 weeks of film on you.
And plus, everybody's a little nicked up. He seems like he's a little fresh.
You have some nicked up players. It's a long season. We're killing it right now. I mean, this is what you want. A night like this, with this temperatures are going to be right. You're playing once again your big rival for the spot for play Thanksgiving week.
And who are y'all playing?
Carville Dragons.
That's what I thought. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
So they, wow. So back at it again.
Yeah.
It's at your crib again, though.
Yeah,
Marvis Davis, by the way, how nice is it to continuously have playoff football games at your house?
Well, I know the coaches set the tempo for these guys, letting them know, everything has to come through us. It has to come through Memphis this year, and it has to come through Houston High School, and that's what we wanted. Me as an AD, I love to be able to set the tone and have the great, the best atmosphere. You've been out there,
It's unbelievable.
You've seen the changes that I've made in the past couple of years to the atmosphere.
Also know the changes that you're continually making. I was going to say, I thought that was the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place I'd seen, and you're like doing even more, expanding the track another lane and making a bigger press box.
Oh, we're going to redo the press box. We're going to add another lane to the track. We're going to redo the bleachers. We have a master plan that is in place for the whole school. Like, it's going down off Wolf River.
I love it, man. It's going down off Wolf River, and let me tell you something. The athletic facilities are not only the top notch, but it's also the training facilities that I think is kind of separates a lot of people, because Selly, ain't nobody after a full season and a couple playoff games 100. Everybody a little nicked up. Yes. How is everybody feeling over at Houston right now?
We're ready. To be honest,
no excuses. I don't care.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be banged up around this time of the year, but everyone knows what's on the line for this game. Going into next week, hopefully still practicing, but that's what we're looking for. We're
Man,
trying
you
to
got to
practice.
go beat Collierville tonight.
Yes,
Got to
sir.
question that last game of the regular season that y'all played at the house. How did you fare?
Sir.
How did you fare in that game, the last one at the house?
I feel like I did good. I had about 50, 60 yards. Did
Carterville
good.
game.
Oh, Carter.
Yeah, Collierville.
Oh,
I want to know what you
Yeah.
did the first time against the Dragons because you got to
Oh,
double
yeah.
it up now that it's playoffs.
oh yeah.
I'm just
I
setting
feel
the bar for
oh,
you.
yeah, all of us were locked in. We came with the game plan. We were gonna run straight at them, and we did. I feel like I did good. My other teammates did good. Offensive line did good. We dominated the game. So
Was that the game that the young one came in, Cannon?
That was it.
Yes.
That was it. So Chan got hurt very first play of the game, and we didn't know what to expect. And little brother came in, and he was ready to grow. And like Coach Ben just said, that's when they first kind of switched up and started adding some to the Lightning and Thunder package. And I've in all the years that I've been watching football, never really saw this the way they attacked, but it was literally every play. Sale would go out there, he would hit him. Then the next play, Soup would come in and he would hit him. Then they put Brendan in, and then since then they've just been kind of rotating. Every play, trying to get the ball downhill. And man, that last drive of that Collierville game, where you just saw us just ripping it off, and going down and punching it in and scoring. Soup hit the outside. It was the atmosphere. It was probably, no exaggeration, probably about 8,000-9,000 people in the stands. I mean, it was crazy. It was great. It was great for Houston.
3 quarters of leaning on them and beating on them, and then just kind of after 3 quarters of pounding, and you keep taking and taking. And next thing you know, the dam breaks, and next thing you know, my man Selly's running through it for a touchdown.
yes, sir.
So, do you play defense as well?
Yeah, I played a little bit of linebacker this year too. Yes, sir.
Nice. All right, Marvis, how many people are going to be out there tonight?
I think people are talking about this weather, but I really don't think that's going to stop us.
Man, the weather ain't that bad. This is football weather.
I think it's going to be at least 7,000-8,000 people. I was looking at our online ticket sales before I came. It's already about 1,500 that have already been sold. So it's going to be packed out there tonight.
I can't
Better
wait.
get there early.
Better get there early.
Get there early.
Tailgate, baby. Get things going. All right, now, give me a few. I know I don't want to give anything away. I'm going to ask you about Collierville. What is it right now that you're focusing on? Like, is it being more physical? Is it stopping the run? Is it defense? Like, what do you think right now is going to be a few keys to, beating Collierville? Not giving up anything you do.
I say we just need to come out and be us. Come out, hit them in the mouth, be the most physical team, and I feel like if we do what we're supposed to do, then we should be playing next week.
I agree with that. I mean, I feel like if they play their best, we play our best. We've already shown that we can beat them, but that's why you got to go out there and you got to play the lines, not really, inside the lines, not really trying to give them any bulletin board material, because I'm sure they'll play this and say this is what the AD said. But honestly, I just feel like we're better, and that's just the bottom line. We're better. We're going to come out. We're going to play hard. Like Selly just said, we're going to hit them in the mouth and then, get ready for – hey,
Hit 'em again.
I want to practice on Thanksgiving. I don't mind coming out there, making sure the coaches have what they need. I'll drop him off, or he can get in his truck and drive up there to practice. We're okay with that.
Yeah, working on Thanksgiving is fun. That means you're still playing some football. Got to know, honestly, though, seniors, this, like, one specifically, is Chandler back tonight?
Yes, Chandler's back, and hopefully we can get that passing game really rocking as well. With Chandler all week, we worked a lot on that, and with his arm and getting him ready to go tonight. So we hope and really get that thing going.
So did he play last week?
He did. He did start off with Bartlett, did a fine job. I think they game planned him really well. With still sore in that arm, but yeah, did a fine job game planning him for what we wanted to get done with Bartlett.
All right, how's Coach Thomas feeling right now? Is he nervous? Is he antsy? Or is he just still cool, calm, and collected as always?
Cool, calm, and collected. I can tell every once in a while when I can spot him when he's got that feeling going, and you kind of know when to play with him and when not. You can kind of look. You can see your big coach. You know when he's kind of tensed up. But I think I think it's been good this week. I think everybody this week seems to be kind of relaxed. Last week we were tense. It was a tense week, man. We knew going into that Bartlett game was going to be a tough one.
That was a very low-scoring game, defensive game. It seems
was
like
a lot of good hitting. It was a good old-fashioned football game.
It kind of seems like these playoff games you've played in them, Sally. Like, is it just like everything's on the line? Why does it always seem in high school football during this time of the year, defense and running the football is what wins championships?
I say because around here everybody wants it. So I guess what I mean by that is everybody's gonna play as hard as they can. They know who we are as a team, so we're gonna get everybody's best game. Yeah.
And this is your senior or junior year?
Sir?
Is this your senior or junior year?
This is my junior year.
This is your junior year?
Yes, sir.
Man, so you get to come back for some more action.
Yes, sir.
Man, make sure you lay it on the line so those seniors get to play more football, you know?
Yes, sir.
All right, now I got to ask you one other question. What's your favorite college football team?
USC. Fight on.
Oh, my Lord. You're not a quarterback. Lincoln Riley, man, he can coach quarterbacks. What else has he did? Got no defense, can't run the football. Are you kidding me? I do need USC to help out my friends at Tennessee to beat Notre Dame. Because they got to knock Notre Dame out of that bad boy so that Tennessee can get up in that college football playoff if everything goes chalk in the SEC. There's still a lot of football left. But, man, it's absolutely wild. Marvis, tell all the people out there who are listening, got young kids who are athletes, students, like what is it that separates Houston?
You know, Houston is a special, special place. It really is. The academics speak for itself. And as a parent, I always tell parents, we always want what's best for our kids. And if there's no place, I don't care if it's public, private, that has the better combination of athletics, academics, support, and community, then the number one, the city of Germantown and GMSD schools, but Houston High School. When you look at our, how many national merits that we have, we look at our average ACT scores. You look at all the dual enrollment and college placement classes that we have. When you stop to think about those things just from an academic standpoint alone, there's nothing better. But then you look at what we're doing athletically. And I've told everybody this, I came over there for one reason, because I really felt like Houston High School and Germantown schools were a diamond in the rough, and we were just waiting to explode. And we're doing that from an athletic standpoint. And I keep telling you, we're just getting started. Think about our women's soccer team that just won state championship, number 2 nationally in the country. And should have been number 1, just being honest. I feel like we got snubbed a little bit. Look at our basketball team. Last night beat CBHS. Last second shot, big shot, and look at what they're doing from a basketball.
Did the place erupt, man?
Oh, it was nuts out there last night.
Who made the last shot?
Caleb
Jeffries.
Shout out Caleb
3.
Jeffries, man.
Big 3
Shout
at the
out
buzzer. Yep, he had a really big shot. You're thinking about that. Obviously, football winning the state championship. Last year, this senior class that they have. Coach Thomas always talking about it. Coach Ben was talking about it. I mean, they're really loaded. But if you think, I was just talking to Coach Ben, our freshman team went undefeated last year. And you got some key guys coming back next year that we can keep.
Wait, y'all's freshman team went undefeated?
Freshman team went undefeated this year in football.
Man, building a powerhouse, baby.
That's what we're doing. And the expectation, I told them, the expectation when I got there is we want to compete for state championships in every sport. We win, lose, or draw, we'll be all right. But the expectation is to go win it.
Marvis Davis, athletic director over at Houston High School, basically laying the business. Selly, you got anybody you need to get a shout out to? Get a little extra love.
Shout out Q-Ron Jackson for hooping last night. He had a great game.
That's what I'm talking about. That's kind of the community that Houston is, man. Went over to that basketball, gave him some love. And that's also the other thing that I didn't really realize. Seeing everybody out there supporting Houston when y'all brought me out there against White Station. The support that y'all are
honorary
giving.
Captain, John. You got to remind everybody
let's talk about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can't.
that was
awesome. That was great.
That was great. I loved being out there. That felt like amazing. Just the energy.
Had your field pass
Man,
on.
I still got that bad boy. You are, and I appreciate that. But I also like the community you mentioned, because when you were listing all the things that Houston has, that's the thing that I mean, you have all the athletics, but man, these kids really care about each other, and they're all good kids, and they're supporting each other, and that's something that it's hard to find. in schools out there these days, you know?
Yep. Yeah, it is. It is. You know, and honestly, and just being real about it, you know, us as parents sometimes, you know, we sit back and we're like, you know, you kind of want to watch certain things, but then, and you want things to happen, and then all of a sudden you look up, but the kids are like, you know what? Hey, I don't care at this point, especially this time of year. They just want to win. So it makes you kind of sit back and reflect a little bit and say, you know what? Hey, let's just go do it. Everything else is going to take care of itself. And then you start seeing that in the stands, you know, with the parents, and you seeing that, you know, with the coaching staff and the culture that is just being built, you know, so we can just try to continue this thing together and just ultimately pull the rope in the same direction and try to get it done.
Ben Bennett, Coach Bennett, Marvis Davis, athletic director, Selly Davis, a man. He is Thunder with Thunder Lightning and Little Lightning. You got a message for the Collierville Dragons tonight?
I ain't gonna say too much.
If you don't, I do. The Mustangs are coming. Don't you dare touch that dial. We got the historian on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows, stay up to date with station events, and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ.
Sometimes you just want the naked facts, like the fun that comes from a quick and nimble 2024 Honda CB500F. This naked-style streetlight sports a narrow 471cc twin, along with a sleek TFT display, dual-disc front brakes, and standard ABS, all at an affordable price. Find fun in all the right places in the 2024 Honda CB500F. Available at DeSoto Honda, 5656 Women Road in Olive Branch.
Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, Automatic Gates Construction tailors custom gate solutions for all your residential, commercial, and industrial needs, including repairs, maintenance, and installation. Automatic Gates Construction specializes in designing and installing automatic gates and fencing that seamlessly blends security, functionality, and aesthetic appeal. Elevate the safety and efficiency of your property with a premium gate solution. Automatic Gates Construction at myautomaticgates.com.
Mayweather Boxing and Fitness offers a high-energy, full-body workout that utilizes the same equipment and technology employed by Floyd Mayweather to achieve his impressive 50-0 record. The workout features 4 types of heavy bags, treadmills, rowers, battle ropes, weights, and much more. Visit Mayweather Boxing and Fitness, located at 2257 North Germantown Parkway in Cordova. Train like a champ. Mayweather Boxing and Fitness, 901-673-1267.
You want it? We got it at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. The year-end sales event is going strong, and now it's your time to buy. Save big on 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV, $32,250 or $269 a month. 2024 Mitsubishi Mirage, $17,910 or $279 a month. Or 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. We got it at $28,050 or $399 a month. Plus, every Gossett Mitsubishi comes with Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. The year-end sales event is going strong, so hurry to Gossett Mitsubishi today and end your year with big savings at 1870 Covington Pike and 24/7 at MemphisMitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
RZO 67244, MSRP 42750, Mirage RHO 15713, MSRP 18410, Outlander RUO 20512, MSRP 29550, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
All the wisdom of the universe is in these bars.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is a Friday. I don't know if you know, I kind of feel it, man. Got a little nip in the air. Got some high school football. We just talked with Selly Davis, running back. About to mow down them Dragons.
John, can I say this real quick? I know we're about to get to J-Ham. I'm very excited. It's been a minute since I've gotten a J-Ham Friday. You were out a couple weeks ago. I got it. But it's been a while. Let me tell you. I said it the last time Houston's athletic director was on. He's incredible. I wish I had him as an athletic director when I was in high school. I don't want to say what I said last time. But he's fantastic. I mean, what he's got going over there, the energy, the passion he has is so impressive. And then Selly. That kid's a player. I mean, I remember first game of the season. I forgot who they played, but I was watching and I was like, this guy is incredible and good size, only a junior. I did not know that, so he'll be back next year. That was a good segment, John. That was really fun.
And everybody and their grandmothers wanted a little Selly, except for the Collierville Dragons, who are going to get a little thunder.
And that game last time was incredible. Packed house, came down to the very end, I think.
And you had the freshman playing quarterback.
Yeah, Houston either got an interception or turned it over by deflecting a pass on fourth down. That's going to be a big-time game tonight.
And I'm sure that it'll be streamed on one of the high school websites.
I think they do their game. I think Houston does their game on YouTube, so very accessible.
Right.
On their Twitter, they put out that tweet
I watched
with
a
it.
few, high school games just via stream. It's like, I'd rather watch it here at the house.
That's right.
Man, I think I'm going to have to go out. I'm gonna have
Nothing
to go
beats
out there
Friday
this
Night
Friday.
Lights, though. I mean, you got to get out there and experience it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Y'all should be there because y'all are alums.
That's right.
So.
Well, I think I'm going to go because I think I'm going to go. Like,
do it. You got your field pass still? You can get out there?
You know that they take care of me, and I got love for them.
I should ask for one. We have a media pass.
Well,
my brother and I do that. We share.
Hey.
I think he's using it tonight.
Well, Houston, go beat the Dragons, please. To all the Collierville Dragons that listen to my show, I still love you, just not tonight.
Jay, did you watch the Baylor St. John's game last night?
No, but
Man,
I saw
5-point lead with 9 seconds?
How about 9 seconds, 5-point lead. How about this, John? In the second half, I was watching the game. I was seeing how the game was playing, how it was playing out. I got Baylor money line plus 370 in the second half. I was terrified. The game goes to overtime. They had that big lead. Well, you said you didn't watch it. They had a big lead in the
I watch it when I get
first
home.
overtime. It was a fantastic game. They had a massive lead in the first overtime. They were up like 6 or 7 points with like a minute left. St. John's storms back, ties it. We go to a second overtime. St. John's dominates the second half, but here comes Baylor at the very end. Crazy game down in the Bahamas.
Shoot, not only was the crazy game in the Bahamas, but what about them Tigers, baby?
That was awesome.
Like, I'm not going to lie to you. You know how
This guy.
Don't. Hey, listen, I'm allowed to change my views whenever I want
That's
to.
you are. That indeed
And
you
I'm
are.
a very emotional person.
Yes, you are.
I'm a prisoner
I
of
respect
the
that
moment.
because many will not admit that.
Oh, no, I'm not a rational fan. I know I do a sports talk radio show, but I don't know if anybody
you,
listening has
John.
ever thought I was rational.
You know what? I think for you to do sports talk radio, you can't be rational these days. Rational's boring.
Passion. That's what makes Houston so good. Marvis Davis is passion. I got passion what I talk about. Not only because it's my pocketbook, but I got love for Ole Miss and Memphis. And, man, let me tell you something. This basketball team, and I know it's 4 games, John, but I'm right now a prisoner of the moment. The way they came out and fought the Dons in the second half, Dane Danger wanting the basketball. PJ wasn't shooting the three good at all. Like, and they go on a 3-minute drought where they don't score, and all of a sudden the Don storm back, tie that junk up, and he says, "No, I'm gonna put a 3 in your eye." Boom.
You know any other San Francisco basketball players outside of
Bill Russell
and Casey Jones?
I was gonna say, I think there's like 13 that are in like the Hall or some crazy.
You've been a good team though last couple of years.
But that was all a long time ago. And by the way, you are the historian, so why don't you enlighten me?
I don't know.
Jonathan
That's why I
Mogbo
asked.
is a rookie in the NBA. He
I'm
played
gonna
at
tell
San
you.
Fran last
No, I
year.
know this. No, I'm dead serious because I was watching the game. Now again, I'm gonna blame it. It was a little late. You know what I'm saying? Blame it on what you want. But what I'm saying, I know they went through like the San Francisco history and how they won whatever the damn thing was called before it's called the NCAA championship. Damn.
That too. I'm with you there, but right.
I can't even remember. But the point is, like, they had like ballers and they started naming it like, and you know, man, I'm not the oldest person in the world. I ain't young. I am old. But I'm not that damn old because half the people they talked about are dead.
I could think of one kid, and it was a local kid.
Who?
He played for Hamilton back in 2006. I cannot remember this kid's name. I want to say it was like Myron Strong. but he was on the undefeated Hamilton team in 2006 that was coached by Keaton Lawson. And
Iron Strong, you're right. I
See?
got him right here on San Francisco.
I remember him signing to San Fran. I was like, yo, he going to Bill Russell School.
He was
Kinda
a freshman in 2008.
See, my historian
Bill
memory,
Cartwright.
I forgot about Bill Cartwright.
I now have like a list, but again, they're so
Casey
old, I don't
Jones
know.
went there too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do remember KC.
Damn. They got a bunch of dudes.
You know, the funny part about Bill Cartwright was that he's like one of those dudes that was an all-star when he was a rookie. He never made it back, but he was an all-star as a rookie, a reserve. It's pretty interesting.
Now, Tigers. I love this team. And yes, I'm on them. Penny did a great job. Look, they
I've
looked
yet to
terrible in
watch
the
these
first half.
dudes.
Because you were up all night doing God knows what, baking something.
No, I actually was probably getting some sleep around about that time, but from baking something all day, though. So, you know, I was a tired brother. But I will watch Monday when they tee it up with the champs over in Maui.
Man, I'm going to tell you right now, being 4-0 is an important thing. And by the way, just so you know, like you were scared, I was very worried about the Tigers. And yes, I was cursing them, and I wasn't giving them any love. And I was saying, I don't want to go to work tomorrow because they're going to lose this damn game. And then they came out in the second half. Bing, bang, boom. And I'm thinking to myself, why didn't I take them when I had them plus 300? But I did get the cojones to jump on it plus 150.
What will it
And
take?
then they just dominated.
What will it take for you to fall back off Penny?
Lose every game in Maui, and I definitely will fall back for sure.
No, I don't mean fall back that way. I
He
mean
means the
fall
opposite way, where you're
Right.
like full support of Penny.
on the slander. And when I come see you, man, Penny can't
Okay,
coach.
no. Here's simple. Continue to coach so far the way he has the second half, but do it in both quarters, both halves, and guess what? We ain't gonna have no problem with Penny. But I do think he has a team that, you know, they don't have the depth that I love, but they do have a bunch of dudes who play basketball together. They communicate with each other.
What channel
This
was
is
the
the
game on?
most.
ESPNU.
I was gonna say I have no idea. I talk into the mic. I go, Memphis Tigers.
I'm gonna go watch that today.
And guess what pops up on your TV? The Memphis Tigers.
I'm gonna go watch that one. I hadn't seen the Tigers yet this year, and it's kind of on purpose. I kind of really wanted to wait to feast week because I knew they were going to Maui.
Well, they got a.
And the Maui field is loaded.
You don't even know, man. Like, I look at that damn field. And like, the thing is, if they, you know, lose to UConn and get, like, Colorado or Michigan State, like, you got to win that game, I feel like. That's.
Tournament teams.
Like, yeah, that's the one that. The first game against UConn, I mean, I'm going to. I ain't afraid. They're not afraid.
I shouldn't be. You can't be. I mean, it's what it's about. This is what I love about feast
But
week.
I will tell you one thing, though. Also, the thing is about this team, though, is I don't see anybody afraid. I don't see anybody who. I mean, look, Haggerty is probably the most even-killed killer I've seen in a while. Like, he doesn't do a lot of screaming. He doesn't act like emotional until he gets the damn ball in his hand, and then he goes to the
Turns
rack
to a
and goes
whole
hard.
nother.
He's not afraid of the shot. He's not afraid of the moment. Dane, who I was not a big fan of, I now love this dude. Like last night, he wanted the basketball. Went after the basketball. They also rebound so hard. They play defense so hard. And Penny is out there actually coaching, and they actually run an ish. And they're listening to him. You know how, like, when Malcolm Dandridge says, as long as we play defense, we can run anything? Well, this team's playing defense, but guess what? They're listening to their coach, and they're also talking to each other on the court. They're moving the basketball. They're setting screens.
And that's probably what they want to run.
And guess what? Thank God they do, because guess what? It looks like a high-functioning basketball games in.
I'm going to always laugh when you bring up that Malcolm Dandridge quote because you took it.
Because it drives me nuts.
You took it
No, because
perfectly
no,
literally.
100%. I was screaming. What do they do on offense the whole season? I said.
And also, I want to check your temperature. Check your temperature again. When we get back to the other side of the calendar on January, when they go through the holiday run, when they start getting the conference play.
I'm in the. Hey, you know when you meet a new girl, and you kind of get that feeling all of a sudden.
It's that high when that first.
Like you kind of get there, and you know what I'm saying. You finally like bam, 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 and then you're like, whoa.
All right, John.
She put it on me, and then you're in love.
John, here's my question for you. So they're
Well, I'm in love right now. They put it on me last night. They put it on me good.
I already know what happened last night.
Yeah, I was tapping my head. I didn't go to bed till
you're right
almost
about that.
2 o'clock in the
I
morning.
already know.
I was walking my dog after midnight, like just to try to I was pumped.
John, what would you say your blanket? This is what they should do in Maui, like blanket record. What is it that you're happy with?
They have to win at least one game.
So if they come back 1-2, we're fine.
If they play good in all 3 games, but damn man, if you run into UConn or a Michigan State in the second round or Colorado, you get them, and then on the other side of you got to get at least one win. If you come back with 2 wins, I'm gonna probably tell you I love you. I love you more.
You're always saying I love you.
If they come back with 2 wins,
I just
that
told
means
you they put it on me last night. You know how it is like that. It might not be like real love. It's loin love, and I got loin love.
if they come back with 2 wins, that means they finish no less than third.
Yeah, no. If
3
they come
game
back with 2
guarantee.
wins, yeah. I'm saying but
No,
if
they
they-
can.
no,
they
they
can-
need- I think
they can
be
actually
fifth.
finish
Yeah, 'cause
fifth.
they lose that
they
first
can finish
game.
fifth. My fault, because they can lose the first game and then stay out to play for 5th place. But you lose your fifth, you lose your first game.
you made me
lose
think, man. I was trying to do like the Matrix and see the bracket in my eyes, and by the way, it didn't work.
But either way, though, you
Scary.
losing. As long as you don't get blown out by quality basketball teams, have a solid
If you lose to
showing.
Colorado, if you play Colorado and lose to them, then I will be because I'm bougie. I want my Tigers to beat everybody every time, but I can accept if somebody like UConn or Dadgum Alabama get them because damn, they just loaded.
I hadn't seen Bama yet either. Yes, I have. I saw them play Houston,
Yeah.
and I did see Baylor.
And by the way, Auburn, who's also in this field, Iowa State's in this damn field.
How you get Alabama
Michigan
and Auburn in
State's
the
in
same
this field.
joint?
North Carolina's in this field. Is that all the ones that are in the top 25 that I can think of?
Yeah.
Out my brain, son.
I love Feast Week, man. It's just a great time to just overindulge on basketball.
Basketball and don't forget football.
I mean, football too, but then
Like, I don't know if you know this. I'm not like I don't just, how do I put this? Nope, I can't put this any way that I was going to say. I am not just an edibles guy. I also like flour.
it makes sense.
That was the cleanest way I could put it.
I guess so.
You know what? Edible Arrangements should contact you for that.
Actually, I thank you. Reaching out now. Edible Arrangements. Reach out to me
Holla.
and let's do this. I got you. I like edibles and flowers. Edible Arrangements has got them both, baby.
He just cut an on-the-spot promo right there.
Sure did.
That was a free one. Now send me. I need to go get one of them joints. Like you eat them fruit.
See,
Stop while you're ahead, John. You had a good one. Don't try to stretch it.
Don't eat the berry.
but like you mentioned with the football and the whole deal as well, because we got college football coming up on the end of the regular season, and we got a lot of playoff positioning. And you may not be looking forward to this. Brian Dacus may be looking forward to it like I am. We get War Games next Saturday.
Oh, man.
What's War Games? What? What the hell are War Games?
We're wrestling fans, man.
Oh, bro. I got you.
You probably would like War Games, though.
Man, if I
the
can't
chaos.
gamble on it, I don't like it.
I believe you probably would have the opportunity to gamble on this one.
On something that's scripted.
Somebody's going to turn. We may get a spot where we get The Rock come back and he turn on the original Bloodline. It's a whole lot of stuff. And why wouldn't Vegas make a play on that?
Man, I don't even know what he's talking about.
See?
But I know one thing. We're coming back on the other side.
Well,
We
can
got
I
to talk
ask this
about the
real quick
Grizzlies.
before we get to a break? I know we need to get to a break. Are you have you been paying attention any at all to the Costco guys? Are you familiar with them?
Yeah.
You know, the boo. They're doing the dad is wrestling at AEW's big event. I think this weekend or next weekend.
This weekend.
This weekend, yeah. He's like in the before the pre-show fights. He's like doing a fight in that. I think.
Wrestling
He
brought
used to
to you
be
by
a-
Edible
he
Arrangements
used to
and
be like a
Costco.
semi-pro professional wrestler.
I'll take wrestling over that BS that we got on Netflix the other night.
Jake
With
Paul.
Tyson.
Yeah, don't get me started talking about that because then you'll get me talking about Logan Paul and how he's being investigated by the BBC and he'll get
I
us
didn't
all.
know that.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. British Broadcast Corporation, by the way, dirty mind. Don't touch that. I'll back in 2 shakes. Sports 56, 98, 5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studios
You know the great thing about having an event catered by Central Barbecue?
What was that?
They turn any event into a cookout.
You stole that directly from their website.
Well, I didn't expect you to have looked at their website.
I've got events coming up. It's the holiday season, and there's no better way to make things easier than to have Central Barbecue cater it.
They have everything. Box lunches, meat platters, nacho bar kits.
And half and full sheet pans of their traditional barbecue sides. I'm looking at the website right now. You're quoting it verbatim.
Not exactly verbatim.
Word for word. This is a new level of lazy even by your standards.
That doesn't make it any less true. You can't beat Central Barbecue Catering.
It's just plagiarism.
Hey everybody, it's the thankful month and All-Star Chevy here in Olive Branch has red tags on everything. New 24s and 25s. Gotta love these new affordable Equinoxes for $25. Red tags, 0% financing, a ton of cash for you. Red tags on Silverados, the new 24s with 1.9 plus $3,750 in cash. New Colorado trucks, financing down to 1.9 and not one payment until February. Hey, your good credit deserves it. If you're law enforcement, first responder, healthcare, military, education, recent grad, you get an extra $500 bonus. All-Star has pre-owns that you want. Jeep and SUVs, Toyota, Nissan, Suburbans, Tahoes, and tons of pre-owned Silverados. If you have any vehicle you want to sell, bring it here to All-Star Chevy in Olive Branch and get the most money for it today. Drew and everyone at All-Star Chevrolet in Olive Branch wishes you and your family a very happy Thanksgiving. Together, let's drive. AllStarAutoGroup.com.
Family Leisure needs your help. Family Leisure has inventory they've got to move because you know what season is coming up. So why wait? You can complete your ultimate game room with a new pool table, a new shuffleboard, new arcade games, or just get all of them. Tons and tons of theater seating, overstocked and priced to move. 'Tis the season for fire pits, and all fire pits at Family Leisure are 20 to 30% off. You say you didn't get a spa this year? Well, say no more. Spas are in stock and they're ready for delivery and up to $1,500 off. These are just a few of the deals happening right now for a very limited time. So come on, check out their gigantic showroom. You never know what kind of deal you're going to find at Family Leisure, Whitten Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. I have been told that my ads are all business and I should share some of my personality. Okay, I love tongue twisters, like the one about the terrific tasting toast by Taste Tester Toaster, or Big Black Bugs, Bleed Blue Blood, and of course Sally and her seashells. Or of course the ever-present I'm a mother pheasant plucker, I plug mother pheasants. Okay, enough of that. If you want an honest, fair, reasonable roofing, siding, or gutter estimate, call Fiveash Roofing at 367-0050. That's exactly what you'll get. No empty promises, no high-pressure sales tactics, and no fast-talking salesman trying to convince you that today and only today is the best day for you to get a new roof. For the record, the best day to get a new roof is when you're ready for one. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you. Now you want to get nuts? Come on.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with the historian Jay Ham and my producer today, right now, Brian Dacus. Also the co-host of Sports Time. For a minute, I forgot your name, dude.
Hi, I'm Brian Dacus. I've only been working with you for like 5 years.
Listen, it was kind of I don't usually do that, and then I literally had to look up over there and see who was over there. But I love you.
Is this Brian? Is it Darian? Is it Jay Morgan? Who is it over there?
Gabe, CJ.
Who is this guy?
Man, I've had a
I'm
few.
Brian. Nice to meet you.
I've had a few. Speaking of a few, I'm going to have a few Tito's today, tonight, and tomorrow because it's that time of the year and it's that time of the week. It's a Friday. Tito's is the best vodka in the history of the world. It's also USA vodka. Like, I'm telling you this, Rocky, think about it. When he beat Drago in Russia, that was the changing of the Cold War. But it was also the changing of vodka. We ain't drinking no commie vodka anymore. We got USA vodka. And Tito Beverage was inspired when we knocked down that wall. And he said, I'm going to make the best vodka in the world. And guess what? He did it. He's 6 dimes distill it. Stills in classic copper pots, man. Very unique flavor, old school. Small batches, baby. That's why it's slightly sweet with the black pepper note. It balances everything out. You could be crafting a cocktail, or you could be drinking it neat. It doesn't matter. Tito's, though, does. If life hands you lemons, you don't freak out, you don't fret, you don't stress, you just make a lemon drop. Make sure it's with the best. That's Tito's handmade vodka. What up, Ham?
I believe Paulie took the Tito's and the Russian vodka and he mixed them together while he was in Russia. That was the only way Paulie could have stayed warm.
By the way, I just got a text from a Russian, and it says, when Drago says, Joshiba, he's saying Tito's is the world's best vodka in Russia. He agrees. Thank you. I did not even know that.
And then right after he mushed the politician dude in the face.
Exactly.
Now I want to go home and watch Rocky 4, yo.
You need to get home and watch some Tigers because they awesome. But I got to switch gears off the Memphis Tigers, who are headed in the Bowie to face UConn. I cannot wait for that bad boy. Feast week's on around the corner. But we got big college football I need to bring up real quick before we get to it. A little NBA. Ohio State, Indiana. You think Indiana's got a chance?
Yep. I'm going to tell you why.
All right.
Yeah, Ohio
they ain't
State,
played nobody.
Ohio State has Chip Kelly, and I do not like Chip Kelly. And I
don't like Ryan Day either.
And I have stated on this show why I do not like Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly violated the West Coast gang code. When he hated on Deshaun Jackson and told everybody that Deshaun Jackson was a Crip, and it's like, nah, he ain't no Crip.
Man,
he just lived in a Crip neighborhood. But he benefited from all that talent going to recruiting Crip neighborhoods all those years he was on the West Coast. And then I just like messing with Ohio State people.
Man, T-Money's going to be...
I know.
He loves... Last night, I bet he was running around his house with Miss Money and Mini Money and all kinds of crazy
I was actually hoping that Money was
here. He's a Browns fan, too. Now, you think Indiana has... so you think Kirk Cignetti's building something, or is he going to bounce?
I think they got a chance. Tomorrow, I think they got a chance, but I think Ohio State will win. I think both teams...
So you're basically telling me to cover the spread and to take the points.
Yeah.
By the way, the line has fallen from 13.5.
That's too much.
All the way to 11.
That's too much.
After the news that the center busted us up his Achilles.
It'll probably be 2 scores, but it won't be 2 touchdowns. Touchdown field goal style, something like that. 9, 10, 11, maybe. But
you heard it from Ham. Take the points in Indiana.
Right.
Biggest game in Indiana history. Ohio State, though, by the way, their starting left tackle, their starting right tackle, who've been out for a few games since, 3 weeks ago. Now they're starting center. But the thing about, you talk about Ohio State is loaded. It's next man up mentality. And the one thing that scares me is Ohio State knows who they are.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if Indiana believes that they're now on that level.
The few interviews that I've seen from their coach, I want to believe that they do. He just looked like that kind of dude that'll walk with it and lead with that, and his kids follow suit. They write the checks that he cash, or they cash the checks that he write, rather. But, as we stated, Ohio State is Ohio State. Loaded for bear, they can go for it. My personal issue with Chip Kelly is independent of that. It's just the fact that he's on the roster. I feel like I'm going to troll that. I'm not as hard on Ryan Day as a lot of people are.
I just think he's he's
probably more of a great coordinator than a great head coach, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what your role is. But
I just don't like, for some reason, and I really don't have a reason. I can't put a finger on it.
I
just don't like him. He's easy to not like. He's annoying. He's abrasive. He's terrible in interviews. He's pouty.
I don't even think of him in that. It's just I can't pinpoint what it is. I don't say I don't like him though, but
we're facist. We just don't like his face.
It may be.
I just made up a new ist.
I mean, I could think of something else, but we can't put it on radio.
I just don't like you. I don't like your face, man.
just your whole presence, just everything. Nah, it's nothing of that. But
All
big
right.
game, and then I'll take the Buckeyes. But like you said, with
Taking
the points. Going, yeah.
All right, I got to get over the NBA, man. I got to know something, man. We always talk Grizzlies, but I talk everything NBA. Right now, I want to know something. You seen the young kid Dalton Connect?
Oh yeah, I knew what the deal with that was when he was in Knoxville.
Damn.
He went for 41 Tuesday night. I was like, yo, who this? I can't remember who it was on, but he was at home and he went for 40. It wasn't Kentucky, but he had a big game against them too. But it was somebody else. Again, that 21, 22, 23-year-old that a lot of front office people are scared to touch because they feel like he's too old. It's nonsense. He's ready to come in and contribute right away. And you put him in a spot where they're going to utilize that. They see what that is. JJ know what it is. LeBron know what it is. They're going to utilize that.
Man,
the
he
kid
had
can flat out go, man.
Like my man had against that, they had a 1-point loss. Anthony Davis missed 2 free throws, 19 seconds left, and then also missed a bunny at the end. It was a tight game, but Magic looked pretty good. And by the way, they're 10-7.
10-7 without my man Paulo right now.
Yep, and they came to fight, man. Franz Wagner still lighting it up.
It was against Kentucky, Jay. 40 points against Kentucky.
Okay, yeah.
In a loss. They lost that game.
They lost the game.
Yeah, because remember that he was like the only guy that was scoring any points for Tennessee.
And then if you remember his Elite Eight game, him and Zach Edey was just back and forth, So it was just, this dude's a bucket, man. It's just like that. I still
37 against Purdue.
I still like our guy here. I still like Jalen Wells better. That's just me.
Get out of here, son.
I like Jalen Wells more as a complete, though.
I agree with what you're saying. I feel you. But I'll tell you one
Jalen
thing.
gets after it on defense.
Jalen, we got lucky with because let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I love Washington State. I loved him. I thought he was good coming out, but again, I didn't know he was going to go out there and play like this. He plays like a full-grown man.
Yeah.
Like straight up out. Like rookies come out a little slow.
21, 22 years old, right?
Baby, yeah, I think it's 21.
There you go.
He can have a little bit of Tito's.
He can have some Tito's. Just don't. Yeah, have some
Always
Tito's.
remember, don't overindulge. Drink responsibly.
But also shout out to Taylor Jenkins, man. All-time wins leader. Which,
dude, is it okay if Draymond Green is out there calling you a big baby?
No, because see, Draymond Green's coach does the same thing when he does wild stuff that Taylor Jenkins defended his guy. And stood up for his guy. So it's like, Draymond, cool out, dude. You was dead wrong, first of all. And I'm a Draymond defender. And he was dead wrong.
We gonna get everybody healthy ever again? Like, is everybody ever going on this team? Like, damn, man. I mean, Vince is now out, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Like, come on now. It just got him back. It's like when you get your car back from the shop and all of a sudden you go down the street and put it back in the damn shop.
There you go. Can't get no worse than that.
But what's going on? Like, why is it this team can't just get healthy?
It's league wide, dude.
I know.
And you know what? I said this before to you off the air. It's a lot that's being used physically. First of all, a lot of the injuries, majority of them are waist down. Hips, knees.
Are you blaming
ankles.
it on the Instagram models?
No. It's just that tall dudes who play basketball usually have these injuries. And then they have a history of it, with KD, his history. A lot of these guys, so it's just one of those. And then we filter back over at us. Maybe it's something in the training that they're doing. Maybe they should not, have gluten-free diets and keto because it don't work out that well for everybody. We actually did a show on this last week, John.
Man, where can they find it?
YouTube.com/at 94 Feet of Life, and we broke it down to the T.
He is the historian. Check him out. Lee Sterling from ParamountSports.com on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
sometimes I wish I had a gun.
Well, I'm armed, but before I bought one, I still went to Top Gun Academy to learn to protect myself without a gun.
How is that possible?
Top Gun's personal protection training. It's perfect if you want to protect yourself without firearms.
I don't know.
And it's perfect if you feel the need to carry a gun for self-defense, because the last thing you really want to do is shoot.
That is scary.
Not at Top Gun. It's very comfortable, and you learn to load, handle, and shoot a handgun safely. Protect yourself. Go to Top Gun Academy. They're at 2770 Witten Road.
Looking for the best prices on shirts, jeans, boots, and more? Frontier Western Store's got you covered. At Frontier, you'll always find amazing deals on everything in the store. Unlike online and chain stores that run occasional sales, Frontier keeps prices low every single day, so you get the best deal whenever you shop. Be ready for winter with a full line of outerwear by Ariat and Carhartt beanies and coats galore. And then there's Frontier's world-famous boot showroom. Come shop new styles by Ariat, plus plenty of in-stock proven classics too. Whether you need work or dress boots, Frontier is the place. See thousands of boots by Dan Post, Corral, Durango, Rocky, Twisted X, and many more, with daily arrivals. Oh, and Frontier makes Christmas shopping easy, because everyone loves to see a new pair of boots under the tree. For the lowest prices every day, visit Frontier Western Store at 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch, and on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Locally owned and operated since 1967.
Looking for an engagement ring that'll really knock her socks off? You need to be at Genesis Diamonds.
It's such a privilege at Genesis Diamonds for us to work with the world's finest designers, to be able to offer brands like Tacori and Verragio, and we're excited to be able to give you something that nobody else can.
Genesis Vice President David Cooper.
The craftsmanship, the detail, the quality, the individuality is bar none better than anything else.
Genesis has been selected as an exclusive provider for every top designer from New York and California, with over 4,000 rings to choose from. And if that's not enough, they can create something that's truly one of a kind.
Custom craft you literally anything you can imagine. We have the capabilities to realize any dream. Things that other stores might call new, we've been doing for 3, 4, and 5 years already.
So don't settle for a mediocre style design or craftsmanship. You deserve.
I'm David Cooper from Genesis Diamonds, and I'm excited to see you in the show.
It's extended.
The Black Friday sales event is on at Gossett Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat on the Pike, and we're ready to rock your socks off with Black Friday sales event discounts all month long. Right now, 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee L-Limited, we Gossett 10,611 off MSRP. And it's your choice, 2024 Jeep Gladiator Sport or a 2024 Dodge Hornet RT all-wheel drive Sport. Take your pick, 10,000 off MSRP, 10 grand right off the top. Plus 23 Dodge Charger Scat Pack wide body. We got it 10,641 off. So drive past the rest and come to the best at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat on the Pike, or shop online anytime at GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motorcars.
R8546830, Gladiator RLO16204, Hornet R2AO8452. Includes all rebates and incentives, excludes PF695, excludes tax on license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details, dealer stock only.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studios, we are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis.
That was one of those things. When things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Happy Friday. I know everybody loves a little Friday action because at 12 o'clock we get to talk with Lee Sterling of Paramount Sports about all things college football, and we got a hell of a slate, craziness with the College Football Playoff Committee and the rankings. I'm wondering, first and foremost, how are you, Lee, and how do you feel about Miami's spot in the College Football Playoff rankings?
It really doesn't matter. Miami's going to be 3 or 4 as long as they win out.
That is true. That is a great point.
They got to win Saturday against Wake Forest. And Hank Bachmeier, who's on his ninth school. Do you remember where he started off? You may not even remember.
No.
Boise State in his first game. I think as a true freshman, he almost beat Florida State at Florida State.
Oh, my Lord.
Remember that?
No.
Yeah, that was. God, let me look at my logs. This is a long, long time ago. This was
I've damaged a lot of brain cells.
2019.
Oh, Lord. I think I would have remembered it. I think that was because
Actually, he beat him. He beat him, actually.
Damn.
I don't know. I think the game was at Florida State. It's 36-31. I'm looking at it right now. 2019. So he played that year. So he played 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's in his sixth year.
Damn.
I think he was hurt one year and got a COVID year, but nothing like the tight end for Miami, kid Cam McCormick in his ninth year. How about that?
Ninth year?
You didn't know about that? He started at Oregon. He's been hurt 5 years. He's lost 5 years. He started out with Mario Cristobal.
Holy moly!
Can you imagine ninth year?
Like
how would I love to do college?
That's
for 9
what I
years.
was thinking to myself.
Yeah.
And plus, it's not on your dime.
I know. Now you some of these schools you get NIL money. Some of these guys are making $2-3 million a year. How about the kid that committed to LSU and now is going to go to Michigan, hearing like $12 million over the 4 years he's going to make?
Oh, I saw that one. Hell, also think about some of the perks. Like my man Jackson Dart. Do you know what his perk is for doing the airline that he does? He gets a private jet to use at anywhere he wants to go 12 times this year.
12 times?
Mm-hmm.
See, 12 different girls.
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said, man. I can promise you everybody would be different on each trip.
Yeah.
Now, going down and talking about all the things fun, we got to get to making a little bit of money because, Santa Claus is going to be coming down the chimney soon. And the big games that we have, I mean, it's feast week in basketball, football, NFL action. You need Lee Sterling to make sure you can distinguish all the landmines and find the jewels. So make sure you go listen to the number. We got a free play, LSU minus 7.5 against Vanderbilt. You can get that absolutely free. But first, let's get to the games. Tennessee, 42, minus 42 against UTEP.
UTEP tries hard, but, this should be a much better team. There was so much talent out in West Texas when I played at Southwest Texas State. Now, Texas State, we had a bunch of kids from El Paso that could play ball, and they were tough, fast. Little towns like Marfa, Texas, crazy. But they're in the first year of a total rebuild here. They've been playing three quarterbacks. But 42 points is a lot here. Tennessee has bigger fish to fry. I think they call the dogs off late. Tennessee, 49-10.
Look at the UTEP because I think Tennessee's looking ahead to Vanderbilt, and also they got their eye on that college football playoff ranking as well.
They could keep it on. Try to pour. If they win out,
it does. If they
what are their chances? They can't get to the college. They can't get to the SEC championship game.
Well, this is the whole crazy thing with the SEC.
Okay,
you could have, and I've gone through this on so many occasions. It's not even funny. You could have 5 or 6 teams at 6-2.
Wow.
And then that goes down. There's 6, tiebreakers. They have to go all the way to number 4. And number 4, if the most likely scenario is there's 4 or 5 teams looking for the second slot. Let's say Texas went out. They go 7-1. They're automatically in.
Yep.
Then the next highest ranked team would end up being Alabama on strength of schedule. So it would be Alabama and Texas.
That's what I thought.
Now, if Texas finishes 6-2 and loses to Texas A&M, and Texas A&M win, and then you have 5 teams at 6-2, it looks like it's going to be Alabama, and it could be Tennessee, it could be Georgia, and hell, it could be Ole Miss, all depending on the strength of schedule
now,
rankings.
if Tennessee wins out, what are they ranked? What are they in the college football polls now?
Sadly, they're right there at 12. But since
but there'll be a couple teams that'll lose. I think if they win out, they'll be in.
I hope so.
Yeah,
Tennessee fans, it would be fun for all of my friends in Knoxville. Now, we also got to talk about Texas. Speaking of the state of Texas, they're playing Kentucky. Kentucky can't score. How does Texas not just blow the doors off of the Wildcats?
Well, the coaching staff, Steve Sarkisian, they have Nick Saban. Can you imagine him during the week after you're up 13-0 and just sleepwalk and barely win that game? He would be all over him. But he's not, and they're talented. They're probably the second or third most talented team in the country. Kentucky, unless they control the clock, they controlled it for like 30, almost 36 and 40 minutes. in the game against Georgia and their win against Ole Miss, which was the craziest thing after they were
The
trailing
only
7-0.
win this year.
Yeah, their only decent win. Who knows how they pulled that? I just can't see them doing it with this roster. You know, at least they had Ray Davis last year. I mean, that kid could play. They don't have any running backs and wide receivers that scare you. Texas comes to play, they win. 35-10 Texas.
35-10 Texas. You heard it from Lee. Now, Texas A&M. This line is got my head twisted.
Yeah.
Texas A&M only a 2.5-point favorite against Auburn. Which side's the right side?
So in this game, what's interesting, Auburn averages 407 yards per game in the SEC. Usually, so what I do is I have charts. Usually when you see a team, I'll throw away all their non-conference games unless it's against a decent opponent, but not in conference games, they're averaging 407 yards. That should equate to about 28, 29 points. It doesn't. What that means is they get into the red zone or even before that, and they either turn the ball over or they get pushed backwards or they miss field goals. It doesn't make sense. They should be much better than what they are, but they are who they are. Main reason they don't have a quarterback here. I think A&M is going to possibly rotate their quarterbacks, put them in the right situations where they can be successful here. I think the line is as low as it is because that game against South Carolina. So I think they got their bad road game out of their system. I don't think they're looking ahead to Texas. I think they'll be ready for this game. I like Texas A&M 30-16.
Ooh, blowout, 30-16. And by the way, that's what makes sense to me because Auburn is just terrible.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
How are they
Peyton
only a
Thorne
2-point
is
underdog?
terrible.
I don't get it.
I don't either. That's the only reason I looked at it twice. I hadn't unloaded because
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's crazy. Other thing that's kind of crazy is how Alabama moved up so many spots after beating Mercer, and now they play Oklahoma. Damn, how far could they go? The polls love them. They're a 13.5-point favorite. But do you love them this week against the Sooners?
This might be a trap game. You got the team. I think Oklahoma might have the better defense. Offense isn't good at all, but been showing slight improvement. So I think they can move the ball a little bit. They're going to do it by running, using clock here. Game is at Oklahoma. This was perceived as their big game here. And I think actually Alabama might be looking ahead to Auburn. I'm going to take the points here. I think Oklahoma's going to muck up the game. Alabama 27, Oklahoma 17.
Boomer
Yep.
Sooner.
Yep.
Now, I think the last home game Oklahoma had, though, you know how they do the little horsies with the covered wagon
Yep.
and they come running out on the field? Did you notice before that game they took a little hard left and knocked the whole damn thing over?
Yeah, I saw that. It's funny.
I was like, man, I hate to laugh at somebody who might be an injury, but that was funny.
Yeah, it was.
To me, this isn't funny. Ole Miss minus 10. Very serious.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's my daughter's birthday.
Ooh.
Am I going to be able to lay the 10 and have some money in my account so when she gets back, I can give her my her birthday present?
Is she traveling to the game?
Yeah, she's going to be at the game tomorrow.
Okay, so I have to tell my friends to make sure their sons don't say profanities as the cheerleaders walk by. So you go some places in the SEC, it's not friendly. I'll never forget this. My daughter,
LSU is the worst.
Which one?
LSU, man.
Oh,
Savannah
LSU,
told me,
LSU.
on the road, the things they were
Horrible.
saying is crazy.
Yeah, Virginia Tech. My daughter went when she was a cheerleader in Miami to Virginia Tech, and some guy as she's running out says, "I hope you break your, you know what, neck."
Oh my God!
I mean, really?
Man.
I mean, if you make a joke, say something funny,
Dude,
that's
that's West Virginia. That's the moonshine talking.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, I went there once for a Miami game, and our team came out, and they threw – this was back when they used to have – I think it was like 99 or something, or 2000. Back when they had the metal trash cans. Used to be in the aisle.
Oh, yeah.
They threw 2 metal trash cans on the Miami players. Can you believe that?
I can. 100% I can.
That's West Virginia. All right, so back to the Ole Miss-Florida game.
Line is, by the way, 10 right now currently, right? Still 10?
Yeah, it is. It is 10, 10.5. I give Florida a ton of credit. They turned their season around. I make a lot of jokes about Sunbelt Billy. The team was horrible to begin the year, but they beat Kentucky, and then they stuck with it. And even with a quarterback who's maybe 80, 85%, Lagway can't really run, they knocked off LSU. So now all of a sudden the recruiting's turning around, and they don't have to totally rebuild and might be able to have a decent season next year. But here's the problem. They're going up against a team that they have not faced a dual-threat quarterback, and Jackson Dart is just that. Over 3,100 passing yards, 22 touchdowns, and 300 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. Big problem. And I think Trey Harris is going to play.
Oh,
You think
I'm
so?
going to tell you right now, yes.
Yeah, I think
He's
so, too.
going to be playing.
Yeah, after the last 2 games, standing on the sideline in his uniform, which is crazy, weird. But I think that's going to open up the offense. And their defense is underrated. No one talks about the defense. They're allowing just 2.2 yards per carry on the ground. And
Isn't that first in the country, by the way?
No, number 2.
Number two.
Number 2. I forget who's won. But it is number 2. And what's crazy about this, no one talks about their defense. Now, when they come to play, they are a handful. And Florida needs to run to be successful. They just can't drop back and throw it every time because Lagway's not a runner now. They need to be in 3rd and 2, 2nd and 4. If they're in 3rd and 6, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, they're in trouble because then Ole Miss can unleash the pass rush. They lead the nation. They're number 1 with 46 sacks. Bad matchup here for Florida. Ole Miss 34-17. They double up the Gators.
Hotty toddy. I
Yep.
love to hear that, man, because I'm going to lay the wood on the Rebels, especially
Yep.
because the Ohio State-Indiana game being at 11 o'clock.
And you got to pay for your daughter's birthday present.
And
right?
that's what I was saying. I got to pay for my daughter's birthday. Man, I'm fired up. How do people get your free play, by the way, Lee? Because I know you got LSU minus 7.5 against Vanderbilt. The people can get it absolutely free. How do they do it?
Just call right now. First 5 callers, 800-400-9741. First 5 callers, we are going to give them LSU and Vanderbilt on me. And if you want to hop on board, now's the time. We have our college football game of the year. That's right. A 50-unit max wager. I'm going to text it to you right now.
I love
Johnny, so you have it. You can bet it now. And max wagers, 40 to 50-unit max wagers. We are 70 and 26 lifetime. That's 73%. We've only had 2 45s this year, and we knocked both of those down. So you want to get our 50-unit max wager college football game of the year, just $97, or, and it's ready now, you don't have to call me back tomorrow afternoon. You can get 2 weeks of action on our phone service. That's 10 to 14 games a week through Monday, December 2nd. That special is called, not November, Dovember. $197 for 2 weeks, and you're going to get 10 to 14 games a week. That's 25, 30 games, just one place, ParamountSports.com.
He is the man. He's Lee Sterling. Thank you so much. I am fired up for your 50-unit play. I'm telling you, people, you better hop on board. Be blessed. We'll do it again next Wednesday, people. We're going to be doing it next Wednesday.
Okay, buddy.
Thank you, Lee.
Next Wednesday, same time. Send it to you now, buddy. All right?
Thank you. You are the
All right.
man, Lee. Yeah, boy. Do you know how much I love 50-unit plays?
I love them.
I know they make Chaz nervous.
Well, yeah, a lot of
Because
money
she'll
on
be
it.
like, excuse me, did you empty out our bank account?
Like, it's a 50-unit.
And I'm like, baby, you just don't understand.
What do you not understand about this?
Don't you think that's risky? No risk it, no biscuit, yo. You miss every shot you don't shoot.
I guess so.
And remember, it's always just money. That's how you got to look at it when you lose. And you got to know, man, a broke man can be a dangerous man. So you coming back stronger, better, a little more vinegar in you. I'm so excited about game. I don't know if you know this.
Sounds like it.
All right, I almost feel like I need a little Tito's. You know what else I could use right now?
What's that?
Some lunch. You ever been out to the owner's box?
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you a little secret. Owner's Box is out there in Lakeland Town Square. It is ridiculous. What makes it ridiculous is, one, it's the best sports bar I've been to in a long time. Inside is straight up plush and beautiful. They got more beers on tap than you can shake a stick at. That's 24 to be exact. They got 50 beers and seltzer. It's offered in cans and bottles, a full bar, a wine list, outdoor patio space. Beautiful upscale menu. Heck, they even have rentals of the VIP owner's box. TVs, big thing about it, 30 of them. And guess what they do every single week? They show every single NFL game, period. No questions asked. If the NFL is on, if there is a specific team that you follow and you can't get them that week, that's BS. You can get them. Are you really a fan? Then just drive out to the owner's box over in Lakeland Town Square. They're at 9757 Market Place, to be exact. Again, they've got it all at the owner's box. Speaking of the NFL, did last night just not make you excited? Like, did it not make it felt like Christmas?
Sure did.
Like, I was ready to see Santa and rain, like, what's that, Rudolph go across my screen. But I was still grateful for a little Jameis Winston. I was scared to death yesterday. Like, you know, like it just didn't seem rational. Browns, their season's in the tank. I know it's a division rivalry, but the Pittsburgh Steelers are 8-2, and Mike Tomlin just wins. Yeah. Doesn't seem like against Kevin Stefanski. Stefanski's got his number a little bit. I didn't realize that. But I will tell you, when Jameis Winston came out, and first I heard the pregame. Did you hear the pregame speech?
Yeah.
It's not about
we
the
had
lights.
it up.
Did you really?
Yeah,
it was so good. Did you also hear I guess when he came out of the locker room to talk with, what's that little girl's name? I can't remember.
I don't watch much of the pre or post game on
Prime.
On Prime, yeah. So I don't.
The Prime, man.
I don't really see much of it, but yeah. Then after the game, when he won and he did a callback to his eating W's, and he's like, "I'm ordering a W off Amazon Prime." That is a pro move right there. When you can remember, hey, this game is on Prime Video. And Amazon Prime is a great delivery service. Let's give him a shout out after the game.
Also thought this, that like when he came out, he was so amped up for the football game, like he couldn't even like talk. I think he said some scripture like right off the jump.
You have said you don't become a Brown until you beat the Steelers. What will it take tonight?
The horse is prepared for battle, but victory comes from the Lord. So I'm dependent on the Lord.
Yeah.
Is that the message to the team?
Day by day, one play at a time. That's the message.
Weather conditions tonight. We're expecting winds up to 15 miles per hour in a wintry mix. How will that impact your ability to throw the ball?
I am so happy and grateful that the Lord has blessed me to play in some snow, to be in true football weather in Cleveland, Ohio at Huntington Bank Field today to give him the glory. It's a beautiful day.
Sure feels like you're playing in the AFC North.
I love that.
That's
dude.
a pro right there.
Like he's a pro. He's not. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't give a damn about Tom Brady in the booth, but when Jameis Winston's career is over, he's going to be a legend. Like he's going to be. I'm not going to say he's going to be Madden, but damn it, he's going to be something.
I mean, I'm just shocked that this guy hadn't started a podcast yet.
No. He's focused on his faith, his teammates, on eating W's.
I need a Jameis Winston podcast.
My man even knew he was on Prime last night, eating W's on the Prime.
Here's the Prime dub thing that I was mentioning. Here's that sound. Hold on.
I just got off Amazon and I'm about to go order a dub off Amazon. It's going to get here to my house by 9 o'clock tonight. That's how fast it is.
I mean, that's a pro right there. That is, well, I mean, I compared him on Dave's show. Darren and I were talking about it. It's like the pro wrestlers when they're doing a promo and they're like, Saturday night at FedEx Forum, I'm taking down the biggest. He thinks he's the biggest, baddest champ and all, but I'm telling you right now, 8:30 FedEx Forum on USA Network. That's a pro move. You see it all time wrestling. Jameis Winston did it to a T last night.
Man, I really am fired up. Just for like when I hear that dude, he's the best. But I'm also fired up because you know what we got on the other side? They ain't Jameis Winston, but they damn close. Just on like the different end of the spectrum.
Should the Cowboys pick up Daniel Jones for the rest of the season?
I mean, I don't know. Like you want to the Giants released him, and like I don't know if you know this. Like he's a flaming bag of poo right now. But he's got money. What, $121 million?
Yeah, he's good.
Enjoy.
Take an early vacation.
Hey, bro, enjoy your life. Move somewhere else where people don't know you so they can't say, oh, you're that bust in New York. Like, get out of New York, homie. But we're going to get out of here, and on the other side of the break, we're coming back with T-Money, Uncle Brasky, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real
sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to real sports talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Bobby J's ready to start the season of tradition at Gossett Kia on Covington Pike, and that means it's the right time to let Bobby J put you in a new Kia today. 2025 Kia K4 LXS at $199 a month, less than $7 a day for a new ride. And 2024 K5 $269 a month, both $34.99 due at signing. All 24-month lease plus spacious 8-seater SUV, high towing capacity, and all-terrain tires in 2025. Tell your ride $348 a month, $39.99 due at signing. Plus, get peace of mind with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So call Bobby J and let him put you in a new Kia today. Gossett Kia 1900 Covington Pike online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
$650 acquisition fee, K4 LXS, SEO 29100, MSRP 24230, Telluride RG 529 196, MSRP 41730, K5 S53 23133, MSRP 28330. Must finance through Kia. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. Dealer stock only. See dealer for complete details. Valid through 12/2/24.
Join us celebrating 26 years of Napa Cafe. Hi, I'm Glenda Hastings, owner of Napa Cafe, and I'm inviting you over for dinner. Treat yourself tonight with a delightful dinner of scrumptious combinations, fresh salads, homemade soups, or maybe start with an appetizer like our baked Dungeness crab dip with manchego cheese, lemon, garlic, and French baguette toast. Drift into one of our fresh seafood dishes like the caramelized sea scallops with curry beurre blanc, black forbidden rice, and Thai mango salad, or our ancho honey glazed salmon with creamy black bean puree, avocado pico de gallo, and jalapeno crema. Maybe you're looking for something cozy and comforting, like our Duroc pork chop with apple brandy demi-glaze and blue cheese bacon mashed potatoes. We have something for everyone. Napa Cafe, open Wednesday through Saturday for dinner starting at 5 o'clock. For reservations, visit our website at napacafe.com. Come join us as we celebrate 26 years of Napa Cafe. I'd sure love to see you.
Ken Garland, you are in your 72nd year of business. Your son William is now joining you. What do you think is the key to your longevity in the building business?
My dad started the business in 1965, and I think being on the job sites daily and being accessible to homeowners has been a key to our success.
You guys have a work ethic, as you like to say. You're not hiring people to be on the site. You guys are there every day.
We interact with the subcontractors multiple times a day on each job site. I think that has been a key, as well as using the same subcontractors 20 plus years in most cases.
When you talk about materials, what is the first thing you're thinking about when somebody comes to you to build a home?
We're just trying to meet the expectations of the client and the homeowner and the architect and give them what their dream is.
When you get a Ken Garland home, what do you guarantee?
We'll be there after the job is finished. We're still accessible to all our clients.
Now I need to know, how do I get a hold of Ken Garland?
You can reach us at kengarland.com.
The Black Friday sales event is on at Gossett Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat on the Pike, and we're ready to rock your socks off with Black Friday sales event discounts all month long. Right now, 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee L-Limited, we Gossett 10,611 off MSRP. And it's your choice, 2024 Jeep Gladiator Sport or a 2024 Dodge Hornet RT all-wheel drive Sport. Take your pick, 10,000 off MSRP, 10 grand right off the top. Plus 23 Dodge Charger Scat Pack wide body. We got it 10,641 off. So drive past the rest and come to the best at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat on the Pike, or shop online anytime at GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
R854-6830, Gladiator RLO16204, Hornet R2AO8452. Includes all rebates and incentives. Excludes PF695. Excludes tax and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Dealer stock only.
4.9 liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. For most of y'all, it's just a Friday in the beginning of your weekend. For me, usually I start my weekend on Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Like I always do. I don't know if you know this. I have my Friday shows booked, yo. That way I can come in here. I don't even have to think. I can just kind of recover. But yesterday I was on a pitch count. I went and saw money. I was on a 2-pitch count. Being a good boy yesterday, I wasn't drinking my Tito's like I normally would on a Thursday, a thirsty Thursday, because I was supposed to go out with Chas last night to some event, whatever. And then guess what she did? She went and got a laser treatment on her face. She looked like a radish and came home and was like, we are not going anywhere. So I shouldn't have been on a pitch count, Money. That's so depressing.
Oh, you didn't end up going out and showing yourself off?
No, because Chas got a procedure on her face. I don't know if you call it a procedure. I'm not very, hip on the whole, I don't know what she does at 901 Aesthetics. They do the best work in the world. But, she had some, where they puncture, punch needles in your face or something, Dracula.
Who did her like that? Lauren did her like that?
Oh, yeah. But, it was great for me. I was so stoked. I didn't have to go anywhere. I just was sad when she finally told me after the fact.
Well, then you should have done that Rumplemint then, Johnny.
I should have.
You should have done the Rumplemint.
I should.
But you're good. You did good. You did do good. You said you did one thing, but Mitch talked you into one, or two.
Yeah. I was being a good boy. It's hard. I know somebody who's been a bad boy for a long time. He's been on a heater spending his money down at the square. That's all. He just did a bump, it sounds like. Lord have mercy. It's Bill Brasky.
What's up, Johnny?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
What's up, Johnny?
I was at the Oxford Grill on Tuesday with Savannah and a bunch of her friends, and I walked around the square a few times afterwards, and I was shocked that I did not run into you. And then I realized you're usually passed out, usually by 9, 10 o'clock, right?
Right. I'm not hanging out late, Johnny. I get there at 3, good 6 hours of drinking. I'm home by 9. That's all you need.
That's a
6 hours worth.
That's a regiment.
That's a regiment.
Oh, I thought Uncle Brasky, I thought you fell out at Flinders Tuesday down there at Woodland Lake.
No, that old freak. I made that guy cook me some leg quarters, man. We had some leg quarters and thighs.
Oh, they broke out the big food when you get down there.
Oh, the cannons. It's like the extra artillery. That stuff is 99 cents a pound, and probably got food poisoning because it's half cooked. But that's okay. I'll make it. Don't worry. I can survive a little salmonella.
You've had much worse before.
Salmonella's not the least of your problems. I guarantee that, Uncle Brasky. You fought off
got that
worse
right.
infection.
Hey, this body's fought off probably every disease known to man. I'm still kicking.
I mean, anybody that survived the gash for, 50 years old?
55.
55. You do look good for 55. Damn, you got a good hair for old man.
Man, I'm telling you, this stuff's getting bad, man. It's getting old. You look crazier every day in the mirror, man. It's almost like this
well,
is
come
gonna
up,
be your
quit
past.
doing lines on a mirror.
Well, what it means is you got to push harder because you ain't got a lot of good days left. Do you not figure it that way?
Yeah, I get you. Trust me, I see every single day. More
Right,
gray.
I mean, I can't believe you went home and then she wasn't wanting to go out. You should have went back out.
Well, I went home and actually worked out. And then after that, all I wanted to do was eat and watch football and gamble and watch the Tigers. And that's exactly what I did. And I did some winning yesterday. Thank you, Browns. Thank you, Tigers.
Let's go.
Did the Tigers cover?
Yeah, they covered.
Yeah, they did.
They were getting points. And I took them when they were plus 150 on the money line.
All right.
I'll tell you what, it's been a great. Hey, we hit the Tiger 2-step last week, and then they cover again last night. We had the Brownies cover last night also. I mean, this is just for team money. This has been fantastic. Couple weeks of my teams winning and covering and having a big time. So the Tiger 2-step hit. The Tiger 2-step is the way to go. Anytime you get that football team and that basketball team around the same line, I'm telling you that Tiger 2-steps hit more than once.
I'm just kind of curious. Did you have the cojones to pull the trigger last night?
You know, I didn't. I was on the Browns. I had most of my money on the Browns plus the 3.5 last night, and it never really got in jeopardy ever, really. Even when Pittsburgh took the lead, they were only up 1. They tried to go for 2, and if they'd have got the 2, guess what? They'd have been up 3, and guess what would have happened? They'd have been hooked. We'd have won on the hook anyway. So the Browns got there, and then we was in Snowmageddon, which was fantastic. That was pretty on TV, having the snow come down there in northeast Ohio. Now, that reminded me of the game. I was at the game in 2007 when the Cleveland Browns played the Buffalo Bills, and it was in Cleveland. Now, they had snow like that, but it had snowed the night before. So when my cousin and I, we got to the game, it was snow everywhere. We're in the dog pound, and we're having to shovel our own snow out of the way just so we could sit down. My cousin's looking crazy at me, but I'm up there for the game, so he wanted to stay back. I promised he'd have stayed back, but we went partying in the Mooney lot, and then we come out there clowning. It was 8-0. The Browns won 8-0 on 2 Phil Dawson field goals, and we got a safety. But the highlight of the day was Jamal the Ball Lewis run for about 180 yards, and he was running in the snow, and he was faster than everybody in the snow. Never got in the end zone.
He was bigger, stronger, and faster, and he had nostrils that he could probably do an 8-ball in just one nose on one bump.
I promise you, Jamal the Ball was the man. I promise you. He's one of my favorite running backs, maybe of all time. He did play with the Ravens there with the Baltimore Browns, but once he came over to Cleveland, it's amazing,
Jamal
Johnny,
the 8-ball.
I promise you, it's amazing, Johnny, that when a player switches that jersey, that you can not like him, then all of a sudden you can like him. You know what I mean?
Trust me.
Like
I know.
You can hate.
You didn't like him when he was with the Ravens. I take it.
As soon as he's on your team, you're like, oh, I love him. All of a sudden, you're my favorite player. You go get you a jersey and get the name on it and all that stuff. Like Uncle Brasky, he likes wearing jerseys, other man's name on the back of his shirt.
I doubt that, but let me ask you this. What happened to my man Pac-Man Jones? I heard he got arrested again. What did he do?
Again?
Yeah, the Tyson Paul fight.
Tyson Paul fight.
What did Pac-Man do? Pac-Man loves to be in trouble. I forgot. I'm
club.
sure. No, I think he cussed out or pushed a cop or something to that effect. I don't know if you know this.
Nothing bad.
No, man, it wasn't anything. It wasn't anything terrible. Like, I mean, don't be pushing on cops. What I'm saying is, like, I don't think he actually beat anybody. I don't think he injured anybody.
Oh, he wasn't whooping his trick?
No, he was not whooping that trick. Oh, no, man. He was. I didn't know you could get arrested for this. He was. I guess it's public. Public intoxication. Basically, all it says is that he said some racial slurs, screamed at a bunch of people in a locker room, and got in a heated exchange. And then they arrested him.
Well,
you could definitely get arrested for public intoxication.
At least there was something.
Yeah, I know y'all both know this. Oh, yeah, here it is. I found it. They got it for public intoxication, resisting arrest, evading arrest, and this is BS. I can tell you right now, they padded the charges. Because if Pac-Man Jones was evading arrest, ain't no cop catching that man. He was too fast.
No, you ain't catching him. Hey,
man,
Uncle
you
Brad,
see that man return some parts back in the day?
Uncle Brad,
I've had all
every
those.
one of those charges.
I believe he was resisting in public intox, but man, if there ain't no way he ran.
No.
Because you weren't going to catch that fool.
They'd still be chasing him down the strip and around, and a week later, you know them cops are fat and out of shape anyway, man.
Dude, you don't say that, you're going to get arrested. I think they're the greatest people in the world. In fact, whenever something is bad or danger, I call them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, his name is Bill Brasky. He's in Oxford.
Right.
I'm John Harden, T-Money. We all team police.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can tell you what, the ones in Oxford, I can outrun them. I guarantee you, and I can probably outbox Mike Tyson. I watched that fight. Man, that man has no legs.
Dude, I heard he has no glutes. He had no glutes. Once you lose it in the buttocks, you lose your glutes, you lose your game. I learned that from Jason Kelsey.
But I tell you what, now those two women, they put up a fight.
Man, I can't watch them women box like that, bro. I just can't watch it.
Oh, that was a good fight. That woman's eye was so busted open. I was like, God. Still in there getting after it.
I just want to jump in the ring and stop it and break it up. No, ladies, let's not do this.
You don't do that when they're in a fight at a bar because you always know a boob's going to fall out, you know. So you let them go when they start swinging at each other in a bar.
No.
That's kind of like the time y'all rigged that wet T-shirt contest and didn't go the way y'all wanted on Nebraska. You remember that when you owned that bar?
Oh, yeah. We decided one night to have a wet T-shirt contest. And we had 3 judges, and one of them's kind of slow. And I told him, I said, every time I tap on the thing, we only went to 1 to 3. You know, we had about 20 contestants. I said, y'all just give them all a 3, and then we're going to have a dance-off. And we're going to say, like, skin to win, you know, figure out how to get them to win. Well, lo and behold, you know, we go through a couple. We got like 3 tied. Best-looking girl in Northeast Arkansas gets up there. I tap on the table, and the whole crowd starts booing. I looked over, and this dumb kid, Caleb's, holding up a 2.
Oh, no. I miss the
I had to
90s.
I had to call him back in the kitchen. I said, what are we doing? We talked about this. He goes, well, I just couldn't give her a 3 because she's got fake boobs.
Dude, that's a man of... Like, listen. Different strokes, different folks, but at least he's a man of his principles, and that's one of his principles.
He's an idiot. And then we had the dance-off, and, of course, we didn't have the best-looking woman in there. So, and, you know, and then the motto becomes skin to win. Of course, that's how we ended up getting the winner. You know, so it went over well.
What was, last but not least, this is very important because I was never at your bar, but I always went every single year, like to Panama City. And what was that big old club that everybody went to in the 90s?
Club La Vila.
Club La Vila. How can I ever forget that?
Absolutely.
I mean, I was like back then.
Johnny, you know who I went to Club La Vila with first time ever?
Who?
E-Dog, Eric Peterson.
Oh, Lord.
You know how long we were in there before we got kicked out?
Not long.
45 minutes.
$50. We were maybe an hour before I see security with E-Dog.
Yeah.
Grabbing him by the back. And he was, E-Dog about 6'6", 250.
Full
It
grown
took
man.
all 5 of the bouncers to get that crazy. But he was doing the ostrich or something like that in the middle of the bar or something crazy, and they kicked him out.
Well, I'll tell you, man, just going down memory road, miss those days. The 90s were awesome. Like, young people today couldn't even handle what we went through in the 90s. I mean, I loved going through it, but, like, they'd be, like, icky. They're like, ew. Ew.
Well, you actually had to talk to people, and we weren't sliding into DMs and all that. You actually had to go up and have some type of game, not you want to Netflix and chill. I mean, that's got to be some of the easiest game of all time.
Dude, we talking about you just get online and swipe.
We had to put that work in, Johnny.
I know.
I mean, if she was over there at the East End skating rink, well, by God, you had to go to the East End skating rink, walk down the Dollar Movie, Apple Tree, whatever you had to do, Johnny.
That's why I think there's so many older men with younger women, because these young dudes don't even know how to do it no more. They got no game.
They got no.
You're right.
Now,
Yeah,
I'm going to stop putting down the young folks because I hope they listen. And I do love young people. My 2 daughters and the whole Houston high school football team is going to go beat the Collierville Dragons tonight. I'm fired up about that. But I need to know something very important. Who you got money for the picks?
Oh, we got some picks, Johnny. Uncle Brasky and I talked about this all morning, and I talked with Red and I talked with Slender and all my gambling guys. I used to have a group of guys we talked about gambling with. We called ourselves Team Duffelbag. Team Duffelbag broke up. We hadn't talked about gambling in a long time. Team Duffelbag, if you're out there, Team Money's still here. I don't know what happened to y'all. But, Johnny, just remember, I don't know your bankroll any more than you know mine. And with that being said, it is hard. I just looked at this line, and they're trying to call it a Scroogey, a Lance Strode Scroogey, and the line was wrong. But I think that it's the right line, and you're on the road. I love Colorado, -3.5. Shadur Sanders has been playing real well. Travis Hunter was clowning. He had his Heisman moment. He may win it, although I'm not 100% agreeing. I'm not 100% agreeing with Travis Hunter winning the Heisman, but I know how these people are. But Shadur Sanders may be the number 1 quarterback off the board I didn't believe it. I got to apologize to Gabe Coon because him and I kind of went back and forth on it. But Shadur Sanders may be the man. And Kansas, they're 4-6. They may be hitting the transfer portal. I know they're trying to make a bowl game and come to the Liberty Bowl to play LSU, but I don't know. I like Colorado -3.5, Johnny. I think they get to clowning, really, to be honest with you.
And again, for me, I think Travis Hunter is a phenomenal athlete. But again, he's a good wide receiver. He's not the best wide receiver. He's a good cornerback. He ain't the best cornerback. So I'm not going with 2 5s for the Heisman. I'm taking 110.
Genty.
Do you know what I'm saying? Would you rather have 2 5s or 110?
110.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. But I like that, John. I'm with you on that on the Heisman talk. We can talk about that in a couple more weeks. But we got some more games to see. If Genty gets over 2,000 yards and all what he gets, it's going to be hard not to give it to the running back out of Boise State. But I know they don't like giving those little programs, as they say, the Heisman Trophy. But he may be too good to ignore. Now, Johnny, my second play, I think this is – it's funny to see this line like this and to even see a team like this have to go through the gauntlet schedule of a SEC club. I don't know. They're probably begging to get back in the Big 12 where, everybody loved them and they were king of the hill in the Big 12. I got to go Ramajammy Yellowhammer, give them hell, Alabama, -13.5 over the Oklahoma Sooners. I think Oklahoma's in over their head in the SEC. They're looking crazy. Texas is sitting up there. They're not even close to Texas. Texas deserves to be in the SEC. Oklahoma's embarrassing themselves in the SEC. So I like Alabama. I know Alabama's on the road. Oklahoma's at home. But Alabama's, they're going to get busy. I like Milroy. He's one of my favorite guys in the college football. So I like Alabama -13.5. Ramajammy Yellowhammer, give them hell, Alabama.
And there's no boom in Sooner if they lose to Alabama this week and at Death Valley against LSU. They won't even make a damn bowl their first year.
No, sir. They'll be looking crazy at 5-7.
See. Now, what do you got, Brasky? You've been on a heater.
Well, I'll tell you what, Johnny, we're going to get started.
Who does better? The Tony Montana of Oxford when you win money or the Square? Who gets most of your bag?
I don't know.
50-50. I used to like to tell everybody, I give 70% of my money to charity. I give the other 30% to Destiny.
Well, exactly. That's exactly how it works. We're going to start out the weekend, though. We're taking Texas Tech -4.5 on our regular play over a sad Oklahoma State team.
I mean, damn, dude, just picking on the pitiful.
Well, Oklahoma State,
they're
pitiful. They lost about, they're pitiful. Plus, it looks like their coach has colored his hair and got a perm. I mean, he looks like he's trying to rock an afro instead of a mullet now. He's got like a perm in his hair. Looks like a freak over there. This may be his last year in Stillwater, though, but who knows? Of course, I'm sure he's blaming the SEC. The nickel play this week, we're going to take Vandy plus the 7.5 at LSU. I think LSU's given up. I really do. I think they've given up. We're actually, Money and I are going to talk to the Liberty Bowl committee about inviting LSU to Liberty Bowl, and we're going to let the Mawini twins be the grand marshals.
I love it.
I love it, too. That'd be perfect.
I mean, why not? Get them out there and give them a stand to stand on, and they could talk a little while, do something, try to fire them up. But I think LSU's quit.
I got a couple crazy.
The way Florida did them.
I got a couple crazy LSU fans, and they actually this week were telling me, man, we just need to go on out there and just get rid of Brian Kelly and bring in Deion Sanders. Damn it, he would recruit Louisiana so good. I'm telling you, they'd be champs.
It probably would. It probably would. They lost a couple of commits to Ole Miss. One in-state offensive lineman, and the number one recruit in the nation, quarterback. They called him a 5+ star player. He's going to Michigan. He just decommitted, going to Michigan.
Yeah, got a bag, too.
He
now,
got
the
like
dime bag.
10 million.
Oh, heck yeah, I'm sure. Now, the dime bag play this week, I love Missouri -7.5 over Mississippi State.
Oh,
Mississippi
man.
State's awful. Mississippi State's awful.
I mean,
I think that's an easy play. I can't believe it's only 7 and a hook. Missouri's still playing, still trying, even though they're out of the CFP race, you know.
Where's that game at? Is that up in Missouri, Uncle Brasky?
No, it's in Starkville.
Oh, my daughter will be down there in Starkville. That's why she's going down there.
Oh, man. Little Money's going down there?
Yeah, you know, my oldest Money going down there in Starkville.
She's still a mini Money.
She's my mini Money, but yeah, you're right.
All right.
Well, the good news is you don't have any problem getting tickets. You may be the only person in there watching it.
So the dime bag, by the way, though, was that the dime bag? Was
That's
Missouri?
the dime bag play of the week.
All
Missouri minus 7.5.
Well, gentlemen, I know y'all got some drinking to do, so get on out of here and say goodbye.
All right, Johnny, we'll talk to you.
Johnny.
Remember, a broke man is a dangerous man, Johnny.
Oh, I love you two fools more than you can even know. We're back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail on a Friday. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Fall is football at the Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland, Town Square. Monday through Friday is happy hour from 3 to 6 with $1 off all draft meals, $5 off well drinks, $4.50 for house wine, and half off pretzel bites, mozzarella sticks, queso, corn dogs, and pickles. Then do Friday night lights from 7 to closing. Dine in and buy 12 wings and get 5 regular wings for free. Come watch college football and every pro game on the weekends. All at the Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland, Town Square. Highway 70, fall is football.
All 650 acquisition fee, K4LXS, SEO 29200, MSRP 24230, Telluride RG 529 196, MSRP 41730, K5 S53 230 133, MSRP 28330. Must finance through Kia. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. Dealer stock only. See dealer for complete details. Valid through 12/2/24.
Hey, Jeff Allen, it's time to get ready for a season of new traditions at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah.
Randy, my new tradition is saving my customers big bucks. I've got a 2025 Kia K4 LXS at $199 a month. That's less than $7 a day for a new ride. A 2024 K5 now $269 a month. Both $34.99 due at signing and a 24-month lease. And a 2025 Telluride, that spacious 8-seater SUV with high towing capacity and all-terrain tires, $348 per month. $39.99 due at signing.
Plus all new EV9, 0% for 72 months. And every Kia comes with America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah.
Looking for the best prices on shirts, jeans, boots, and more? Frontier Western Store's got you covered. At Frontier, you'll always find amazing deals on everything in the store. Unlike online and chain stores that run occasional sales, Frontier keeps prices low every single day, so you get the best deal whenever you shop. Be ready for winter with a full line of outerwear by Ariat and Carhartt beanies and coats galore. And then there's Frontier's world-famous boot showroom. Come shop new styles by Ariat, plus plenty of in-stock proven classics too. Whether you need work or dress boots, Frontier is the place. See thousands of boots by Dan Post, Corral, Durango, Rocky, Twisted X, and many more, with daily arrivals. Oh, and Frontier makes Christmas shopping easy, because everyone loves to see a new pair of boots under the tree. For the lowest prices every day, visit Frontier Western Store at 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch, and on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Locally owned and operated since 1967.
The 2025 Range Rover Sport sits right at the heart of the Land Rover lineup, offering a perfect mix of style, performance, and versatility. Smaller and more agile than a full-size Range Rover, it's a great option for everyone who wants luxury and practicality. Every model comes with 8-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive standard. Whether you navigate city streets or tackle rough terrain, Range Rover Sport has you covered. Every drive is powerful and breathtaking. The 2025 Range Rover Sport is the epitome of sporty luxury. Test drive one at Jaguar Land Rover Bluff City.
You want it? We Gossett at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. The year-end sales event is going strong, and now it's your time to buy. Save big on 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV, $32,250 or $269 a month. 2024 Mitsubishi Mirage, $17,910 or $279 a month. Or 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, we Gossett at $28,050 or $399 a month. Plus, every Gossett Mitsubishi comes with Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. The year-end sales event is going strong, so hurry to Gossett Mitsubishi today and end your year with big savings at 1870 Covington Pike and 24/7 at MemphisMitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
RZO 67244, MSRP 42750, Mirage RHO 15713, MSRP 18410, Outlander RUO 20512, MSRP 29550, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. I hope you had a wonderful afternoon. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Catch back up with me on Monday. Don't forget, though, coming from the farm is Jacques Lecoq with his SEC lock. He says LSU -7, and he also kind of complained and said last week I said he was 6-5. No, he was 6-4. Now with his Georgia pick, he's 7-4 on the season. Jacques Lecoq has moved out of the Roach Motel and over to the farm. Good luck this weekend, everybody, with your games. Again, congratulations to the Memphis Tigers. Don't forget, for all you Ole Miss fans, we got Ole Miss in Florida starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning with the pregame. Kick is at 11. And on Sunday, Vikings, Bears, Cardinals, Seahawks, Eagles, and the Rams, because it's all day wall-to-wall football. Don't forget, if you got a game you want to see, head out to the Owner's Box out in Lakeland, Tennessee. They have every NFL game, every deadgum week. NFL, 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 NFL. Now, it's time for me to get out of here, people. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Gator, keep kicking cancer's ass. Houston beat Collierville. For Brian Dacus, I'm John Harden. Get out there, make the world a better place. I'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace.